And so in the vision, I remember asking whoever was showing me this, I was like, can I bring my cat? Because at the time I had a Russian blue Stoli who I chose my last roommate as her new mama because I was traveling so much. She like disowned me, but that's okay. She's in a good place with her best friend, her cat Moose. But I had Stoli back then, and in my vision, I was like, "Can I bring my cat?" And they said, "Yeah." And then when I let my roommate take Stoli, I mean, it was just inevitable. She was like, I'm going with her, not you. I was like, was that whole thing fake, right? Because I'm very skeptical of like the information that comes through New Age. I was like, so, well, then what about that? Like, I gave Stoli to Jessica, so, but in my vision, I was like, can I take my cat? And they said yes. So, was that fake? But now I have Jerry. I have a cat. So kind of random, but gives more validation. The white sky, the fact that I'm bringing my cat, sounds really crazy, but this whole place is about to get pretty crazy, so it's not that crazy. And then the third point I wanted to make, these things that are coming together. Actually, there's more. It just keeps on going. Let me write down. So when I channeled the event, God told me that he was going to do it when the kids are not in school. And so every weekend, you have a worldwide Sabbath, Saturday into Sunday. Oh my God, some people are so annoying. Saturday into Sunday. Now it's making me think maybe it was a demonic channeled message because of the people that jump on it to be like, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's it. I'm God. Yeah, that's it. Just the fucking language of people is so annoying. Anyways, just makes me laugh. Anyways, okay, what was I saying? So doing it on like a worldwide Sabbath. And that would be every week. It's like Saturday and Sunday. And I didn't consider like kids aren't in school in the summer. Like school just got out. All its graduation ceremonies. Kids are not in school. Um, oh, I'm not your competition. I know. You wish. You wish. That's so funny. Can we compete? No. There is no competition. But it's funny when people try to lift their leg and pee. Yeah, that's it. Witches. The spirit of the witch. Can I compete with you? Yes, that is it. That's what it was. No. Oh my goodness. So yeah, the kids aren't in school all summer. All summer. And there's this whole like lunar eclipse. See, somebody's speaking of the Holy Spirit, and it's like, okay. So it's also Pentecost. Saturn goes retrograde. And it's also my last partner's birthday. Wild. Because what happens on your birthday? You're like, does anyone care about me, right? Like who cares about me? Who would I want to spend my birthday with? Um, it's that day is a thinker. My past birthday, nobody said happy birthday. I don't have I'm telling you, I don't have any friends or family. Nobody said happy birthday. on my birthday. I didn't get a single gift. I didn't get a single phone call. I didn't get a single text message. God set you apart for a reason. Word salad. Reality is whatever I say it is. It's the spirit of the witch. Reality is what I say it is. Word salad. Oh my god. The spirit of the witch. Just go away. No, I am not trying to compete with you. Yes, you are. That's exactly what your language does all the time. She's my enemy. I know you're. No, I'm not. I'm not your enemy. We're not enemies. 30,000 lost power in Colorado yesterday. Holy smokes. There's so much going on that you won't see in the news, like big news, huge wildfires in Texas. Someone said massive sinkholes in California. So that's just it. I am really guided to Ephesians 5. So what's occurring is the beast throws off the whore. The mercurial men in the world are referred to as the little beasts. And in Revelation 17:8, prior to judgment, rapture, and tribulation, it's because the mercurial man walks away from the whore, not faith in God. Just act. The men will walk away from, at the end of his set, he got up there, none of these people are human anyway, and like drops the mic and walks off. And I was like, well, he just quickly became my favorite comedian. And then I was like, he talked about his girlfriend, and I'm thinking like they're like blasphemy to God. Right? Like he's looking really unhealthy. And just like made me so sad. So these women make themselves idols, and they have so much energy like in their like photographs, just the photographs of like their body. And then you get into this collective consciousness with all the people that are looking at it, that are feeling this sexual perversion, and it feels disgusting. That's the power of art. It's like when you look at a piece of art, you are now in a collective consciousness in some space and time of looking at one of the most famous pieces of art in real life in the world, and then you enter into a collective consciousness with every single person who has also observed too. I feel like it's but on like the internet, they won't feel like anything because they don't have love. So if you go to hug them or something, there's no love there. Like, so they don't in real life, they just feel void. But there's something really weird in like, it's like the AI energy is more real. Like they are more digital consciousness. They are just it's like violating to. So, it was just so weird. All at once, they will just be like, nope, walk away. Like the spell will break, right? Like why how come you can't stop drinking? Why are you such a hot mess? Why do you never want to be home, right? Because that is not healthy, because there's something around you that is taking all of your energy out of you. It's like, it's gross. They're like killing you. The energy is congregated in the cities, though, so we'll want to get out of here, right? Demonic. I had a client, we were talking about God, and he said he has his girlfriend. He's like, but he's like, I'm learning that she's demonic. This is like a guy, I mean, a very mature guy in his 50s. And he's like, I'm finding out my girlfriend is actually super demonic. He said, he said that like he is a school counselor, and he just reached, and maybe he loves her, Maybe he texts this other woman, really slutty, I don't know, that she was going to go on a date with another man. And it's like, yes. And the reason why she probably did all that is because that other woman is probably lovely. But they get men in like entrapment scenarios, but the spell is breaking. I mean, men used to be really easily controlled with sexual energy, and now they're like, it's kind of demonic. I made friends with a guy last year, taking a photo of, and I was like I was trying to decode. I was like, I'm trying to decode this symbol, right? So we made quick friends, kind of social, and immorality in people, and it's causing a lot of miscommunication. It's causing a lot of misdirection. It's like ruins the will of God, and also the jealousy of women against good women. And it's like it's so like spiritual. It's like they could smell it. It's like they can sense it. It's like their spirit already knows, right? Because God sees everything and Satan sees everything. And most women are of Satan, Babylon. It's not funny. It's like, whatever. And I'm not mad at them. You have to learn to get away from them. I'm not mad at them. Men have to learn to get away from them. Men have to learn to get rid of the sexual immorality. Sex is not a right, it is a privilege for creating a culture of life and a culture of love. That's why, birth control is like, I mean, there's a gray area, but it's like, it is a privilege for a culture of love and a culture of life. If you don't want kids, if you don't love that person, don't have sex with them. So yeah, men kind of like waking up to this whole spell. So anyways, so John and I were hanging out a bunch, and we wanted to keep hanging out because we were just really good friends. And his girlfriend could like smell it on him. She didn't like it. She was like, who is that? What's it? Can she cut my hair? And like, I don't want to cut her hair. Like, she sounds terrible. She really did. She sounded terrible. Like, and she was terrible. Squid Witch of Babylon, the witch spirit. Like, bad, real bad. But it's weird. They're like good at hiding it because they act like they're such like, I'm so meek, I'm so quiet, I'm so innocent. But they have like Squid Witch all over them in their language. It's all about the language. Once a Squid Witch, always a Squid Witch. And they just say certain things. They talk a certain way. And it's not even what you think. It's not even like they're talking perversion. It's just the way that they attempt to supplement God. That's why there's so many like influencers, like life coaches. Like every single woman became like a freaking life coach. But if you're not channeling the Holy Spirit through God, that's a witch energy. The spirit of the witch. Women do not have duality. They don't change. They don't change. So anyways, John told me, because I told him, I was like, dude, watch. Because he was saying he was having problems in his relationship. This is all about Revelation 17:8, by the way. This is the reason why I'm telling you these stories. Revelation 17:8, the beast that was and is no longer. The men will absolutely throw the whore off their back. They will absolutely get out of the hypnosis. And it will be like an event that occurs all at once, I believe. And that's going to be like the rapture and tribulation because it's the ascension of the mercurial masculine. And it's an event that's about to occur because the spell is breaking. And I think like once that event occurs, I think like you've really made your beds. There's no power in being a double-minded man. There's no power in being lukewarm. So, this kind of like, my window's open, this like engineered genocide is likely coming for the lukewarm. There is no power in lukewarm at all. So, and then that's like part of the ascension of the masculine, no longer being lukewarm, serving both God and Satan. It doesn't work. I know you want it to work. It doesn't work. Serving both, like you have to serve both the spirit and the material world, with God. But right now, the material world is that of Satan, and the material world is like, well, we'll take all the material away from you if you go towards love and towards God. And it's like, okay, fucking do it, because we'll create something new. The beast that wasn't is no longer. And so I told him, I was like, dude, watch, your girlfriend's gonna like, I told him that I was like, she's gonna flip out. Like she's gonna get like mean and crazy and flip out on you. And because you're just because you've made like, because this is what happens all the time with my energy, because I'm not the witch. I'm like the opposite of the witch. Like I have the mother energy. So it's just like they just smell it. Like there's this whole like war in the world between these like combating female energies, and it's really disgusting. And then looking back, it's like, I guess, yeah, this has kind of been it my whole life. But it was a lot less noticeable because I was serving the Babylon satanic system, because I didn't know any different. So I was like in for the lollipops, the prizes, and the circuses, the traveling and the nice clothes and stuff like that. So I was like totally serving Satan, sexual immorality, like just having boyfriends and, on birth control. I was still serving the satanic design, but when I stopped serving that, it became incredibly noticeable that there is this like warring energy, this dueling energy. And then the men are caught in the middle. In the book of James, it says there is no power in being a double-minded man. That's likely the ones that are going to have the harshest judgment. You can't do both. And so John said, he's like, she didn't flip out. He said, but she got like really sexual with me. Like he said it was like this like lustful, like kind of perverted. And he's like, it really turned me off. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's like, right, because they're not going to flip out because they don't want you to be like, oh, bitch, I'm leaving. You're a bitch. So it makes actually more sense. They just get like more sexual. He said they were having sex, and he said that she just got like really like kind of like perverted, and he said he felt like it was demonic. So actually makes more sense. And in Ephesians 5, which I just keep getting this week to share over and over and over again, Virginia Donovan got it too. She actually got it first, but then God was really like, yes, that one. Yes, that one. Ephesians 5. Try then to imitate God as the children of that he loves. Follow Christ by loving as he loved you, giving himself up in our place as this fragrant offering of a sacrifice to God. The Old Testament God. Among you there must not even be a mention of fornication or impurity, and any of its forms or promiscuity, or impurity or promiscuity, which is worshiping a false god. It's worshiping this demonic female that is the opposite of God, which is most women, at least in the cities, can inherit anything good from the kingdom of God. Don't let anyone deceive you with empty arguments. Empty arguments, not your enemy, right? What does the witch want to do all the time? She wants to just act like her words create reality, and she wants to act like you're her competition, and she wants to play the devil's advocate. She wants to pry for information because she just wants to one up you with her language. It's the empty arguments. The spell is that like we're not the same. It's okay. And also we're not mad at you either. That's another thing that this energy, the witchy energy, like, can I make them mad at me? No, you can't make me mad at you because you're not an enemy. You don't bother me. You don't, like, I'm, disgusted by like that weird AI, like violating nasty energy of like seeing these, but so you just unfollow the account. Like, I don't want to follow this bitch anymore because she's nasty. She's nasty. Just don't want to see it. But the weirdest thing is, it's like in real life, they probably seem fine. They're real quiet. There's like all this siphoning of energy. It's gross. It's gross for the men who are participating in it. They don't realize, but they do realize. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like people, like men are really waking up to this. Even like I had like a really like deep love connection when I first moved here. We're still like really connected spiritually, and but it was like the world destroys love, so it was like it was completely lost cause from the jump. Plus, we had a lot of toxic crap we spewed out on each other. We got rid of, and then like it was all good, and that's when my awakening occurred. But anyways, like he went on to date this chick that he doesn't like very much, and I like had I don't know, after a little while, I had this dream. I didn't even know about her for like a year and a half. He somehow managed to keep her like keep me from knowing about her for like a year and a half. So he was like kind of playing games in my head a little bit. Not real, like not nothing too crazy, but he just didn't want me to know about her because you know why. And so, this like creature comes out of nowhere, and she's like, "Stop calling my." Or I texted him. I just sent him like an article, and she's like, "Stop texting my boyfriend." And I was like, "What? Who are you?" She's like, "We've been together for a year and a half. Yeah, we live together." And I was like, "I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about you. That's weird, isn't it?" But they'll never leave them because they are just like obsessed with them, and they just want to sit on top of their head like a filthy squid enchantress. And so, um, I would have all these dreams with him because he like verbalizes it. She's wicked. She hates him. I'm like, dude, that chick is gonna fucking poison your food. And he's like, I know. Like, and he knows like she's wicked. I mean, it was even like, just like a year ago. She like reached out to me on Instagram because I made like a funny meme and I used her face. She had like, this Halloween costume. It was like half like I don't know. It was like half like angel and half like it wasn't even angel though. It was like her and then like half of her was like unzipping and she was like this nasty demonic creature. And I found a meme of the Jezebel spirit and it was exactly that. And so I put the two side by side. I posted it on my Facebook, and because she obviously stalks me from time to time, which I didn't think she would ever see it. She like reached out, she flipped out like a freaking nutcase, like a total like weirdo nutcase, just saying like the worst things like that don't matter because they're so stupid. That had nothing to do with Frank. It was just like because you can't touch that, right? Like that love you can't touch. It's immovable. Just because